Sunset Grill. For over 30 years, serving up great chowder, seafood, wings, and cold beer. Sunset Grill, somewhere on A1A, St. Augustine Beach.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Baker Glass. The Jacksonville Jaguars schedule will be released at 8 o'clock, but the rumors are still swirling, including the Jaguars game against the Steelers, rumored to be during Week 14. That'll be a Monday Night Football matchup. In addition, the Jaguars and Cowboys matchup reportedly will go down on Week 16, a Sunday Night Football matchup. 87 degrees at 6 o'clock. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
I'm not 100% sure how the adage goes. I'm also not 100% sure it's actually an adage. But somewhere, at some point, someone did say, when you're an official, don't make yourself a large part of the game. And I think that comes into play whenever we do anything that is team-related. Hence, last night, Game 5 of the NBA, Cleveland and Detroit. Certainly, we see it in hockey. We see it in baseball. We see it in football. I think the opposite of that is this. When you get to a golf tournament like the PGA Championship, and you see what Donald Ross put together in 2028, and whether you're listening to any one of the fabulous broadcasts that are all over the place on any assorted streaming device, or the PGA Tour Radio Network, they just keep going back and back and back to the architecture of this course and just how incredibly difficult it is playing during the first round at the 108th PGA Championship. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's give you the very latest. Right now, we have 6 golfers at 3 under. We've had 7 at 3 under a little bit earlier. And according to my count, we have 16 golfers within 1 stroke of the lead. I mean, think about that. 3 under, if this continues, and there is some scoring that's going on right now, okay? And if you happen to be scoring right now, well, then congratulations, man. Imagine that. I mean, scoring already at 6 o'clock on a Thursday. I mean, I want to party with you. But you look at a -3 for JT, a -3 for Scotty Scheffler. This course today is playing totally different than the way that it did in the morning. The other 4 in the clubhouse shot 67s during the first wave. Remember, this is a very short golf course, just over 7,300 yards, right? 73.94 to be exact. It is a par 70. And, you know, they had a 1/4 inch of rain last night, but it was followed up by apparently tremendous wind. So the golf course did not soften up at all. The greens did not soften up at all. This is the first time that I've ever seen a Aramik. I don't know much about this golf course, and I've read an awful lot about it. You know, the turtleback greens, the bent grass, the hills, and again, the real definition, I looked it up yesterday. The definition of a turtleback green is really a high point, and then it breaks both ways, and which means it's always going to break away from the hole, if that makes any sense. I guess I can pull up the Webster definition. Do we even go to Webster anymore? Is it all the the AI. We just go to Allen Iverson. What's the best way to go about it? We don't go to Webster anymore? He's long gone? Okay.
I still do.
I'm just checking with the younger generation. I want to be hip here. I know we're going to be hip with the music you're going to be spinning for the next couple of hours.
Absolutely. You know we bring it to the table.
Right. Hey, we have no hoops tonight. Tomorrow, 2 hoop games. You got a big show coming up Saturday. Your show, what? 11 o'clock on Saturday morning.
11 to noon on Saturday, open gym. We'll be talking about the two teams who are awaiting to see who their adversaries are going to be in the conference final. So we'll be talking with Brian Mahoney about the New York Knicks, and then we'll also be talking to Mr. Rylan Stiles, who will be giving us everything from the OKC side, as both of those teams are awaiting to see who they'll play in their respective conference finals games. Just what is the feeling like? And we are definitely excited about that. So all that's going to be going down at 11.
Are you kidding me? That's at 11 o'clock on Saturday. RJ Saunders and Open Gym. All right. 58 right now. They're talking about it getting as cold as 47 degrees tomorrow morning. It's a low 70 plus ties. Right now, there'd be around 85 golfers who would actually make the cut, and that'll be more important tomorrow. Cut's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of a +2, perhaps a +3. But I have just absolutely fallen in love with this golf tournament from, I'm not going to lie to you, I wasn't up at 6:45 a.m. for the first 3 guys who did tee off. And a very interesting leaderboard. No question about it. I mean, if you had Aldridge Potteeter to win this year's PGA Championship, then I want to buy you a draft. I do. If you had Steven Yeager, okay, maybe some would have chosen Min Woo Lee. What about Rio Hisasane? Okay, those are the 4 in the clubhouse at 3 under par. Again, JT, Scotty Scheffler. On the front 9, Scheffler, 7 for 7 on fairways hit. Think of Scotty Scheffler here. Think of Scotty Scheffler at Augusta. He and Rory both just cannot and did not hit fairways. If Scheffler is hitting fairways and he's rolling in putts from all over the place, he rolled in a couple of 30-footers. He began with a bogey on 5, then birdied 6 and 7. So when he went out with a 34, then birdied 10 and 11. So at one particular streak, he had birdied 4 of 6 holes. He just had a par on number 12, but still a lot of golf to play for Scotty Scheffler. 6 holes remain, 2 par 3s, only 1 par 5 on each side. Again, this is a par 70, not a par 72. As I said with Frank and Hayes, he's 69th in the world if you look at his scoring average on Thursday. We talk about this an awful lot in team athletics. Remember a couple of years ago where the Jaguars averaged like 8.1 points in the first 30 minutes of play? Remember old Jaguar time and again, when you just knew they were going to go 3 and out. It didn't matter if you were playing here, if you were playing in London, if you were playing East Coast, West Coast, if you were playing at 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, if you were playing Monday night, Thursday night, it didn't matter. The Jaguars are going 3 and out. You remember that, okay? 8.1 a game in the first half. I mean, how do you get excited about that? How did you get excited about that? If you're a Jaguars fan, you're like, it's halftime, and you guys have scored 1 touchdown, okay? That's no longer the case. The Jaguars, for what it's worth, improved offensively this year by 9.1 points a game, which is absolutely sensational. But we talk about starting slow, whether it's hockey, whether it's, well, does anyone start slow in the NBA? Whether it's Major League Baseball, certainly football. If Scotty Scheffler, who's 69th in scoring on Thursday, could be, let's just say, mid-30s, instead of runner-ups in his last 3 outings, including the Masters, he would have won each and every one of those golf tournaments. He is your defending champion. Of course, he won a year ago at Quail Hollow, and he is playing some really good golf right now. We will keep you updated. As a matter of fact, as I say that, he does par the par for 13th. So he and JT are on the course as your co-leaders. Again, 4 others in the clubhouse at -3 as well. Going to keep you updated constantly throughout right here on Into the Night as to what is happening during the second major. Okay, no surprise now. It's all over the place. Jaguars, Browns, opening day right here in Duval. I think that's a phenomenal way to kick off the season. As a matter of fact, I think that is a spectacular way to start off the season. It's obviously a winnable football game. There's no question about it. Las Vegas is telling us they're favored by 7.5 points. Las Vegas is telling us the total is going to be 39.5 points. We don't know who the quarterback is going to be right now for the Browns. My guess is it's going to be Sanders. But I just think with all the anticipation, and, we'll get a little bit more of it, a little bit more of a taste coming up in 12 days, right? That'll be the next session at the Miller Electric Center where we're going to get an opportunity. And this time it'll be the entire 90-man roster. Again, no pads, but still an opportunity to go out there and see him roll. And then I think there's 5 open practices through late May and into the early parts of June. And then it's basically like a 5.5-week break. Then you come back and it's the start of training camp. And I'm telling you, I mean, if you can't agree that this is not flying by, it is, man. It's already mid-May. I mean, look at tonight, the schedule. Look at tonight, the PGA Championship. Look at tonight, 2 phenomenal hockey playoff games. Tomorrow night, 2 phenomenal NBA playoff games. And with everything that's going on in baseball, I mean, I just think that we are so lucky right now. It doesn't matter what the sport is. It feels like everything is running with a lot of juice, at least in my particular opinion. All right, so they're going to release the schedule at 7:30. Are there any surprises? I don't know how deep I want to get into what most people have released or what most people believe. Again, I do want to have some respect for this process, believe it or not, even though many of you out there fully believe that I am a rule breaker. I just, it kind of is the way that it should be. But they haven't approached me and asked me to be kind in this manner. And again, I told you about the mistake I made. I don't know what it was, 12, 13, 14 years ago. I truly did not know on that particular day. And again, I've been handed schedules year after year after year after year. I haven't done it since that particular time. And frankly, every time that I did come out with it, I didn't know if it was true or if it was only a rumor. We can have some fun with it. And it's, not too hard to try to figure out around here, as we know what's going on in London with Philadelphia and Houston. You know who your 6 home games are going to be. We know that the lights were taken down and then they are going to be put back up, temporary lighting for the 6 home games. So there still is an opportunity of a primetime game. And, the feeling right now is that Jacksonville is going to get a home date. And, I love that for you. I love it for the fans. I really do. My only reservation is it's already, in my opinion, a huge distraction. By the way, a bogey by Justin Thompson on 14. So there are now 5 golfers at 3 under par. JT joins just a ton at -2. That includes the Canadian, Corey Connors. That includes another rebel, which we love, Patrick Reed. Martin Keimer has won the PGA Championship. He's at 2 under. Xander Schauffele is at -2. Right? Sahith Theegala is at -2, among others. So again, I mean, it's a crowded leaderboard. But how do I want to say this where I don't sound like I don't want it to happen? I do want it to happen. I want a Monday night football game here. I want you fans. I mean, I think all of a sudden that becomes a tough ticket, right? I mean, what are they going to hold? What is capacity? Is it 38,000? Or I'm not sure what it's going to be, but I really can't remember much around here. People really struggling to get a ticket to a game. Okay. And I say that knowing that this is one of the largest stadiums in the NFL. I think people forget that you can't compare the NFL to college. College is cathedrals. College is, hot dogs off the grill, no shirt, paint your face, sneak whiskey in a baggie, and go on in and represent. The NFL's for the wealthy. There's no other way to say it. I mean, it is incredibly expensive, ticket-wise and everything else that goes along with it. Don't get me wrong, it's getting more expensive in college as well. But I've been here since 1996. I've seen what it's like. There's been only a few times that I can honestly think of where people have been really, really scrambling to get seats. I have a feeling that's going to be the case this year. And that's going to be a lot of fun. So, my point on Monday night is when you're gone for 10 days and you go to London, and out of everything that we are going to look for tonight, the most important thing for me will be the bye is after London. Now, I'd be very surprised if that is not the case. They've asked for that. I think the league should comply, right? You agreed to 2 home games in 2 different settings in London. They should give you the bye. And I expect that to fully take place. So that's the first thing I'm looking for. But if it is a Monday night game, that becomes another week where it's a distraction. It's a short week. And it's a short week after the fact, not prior to the game. Obviously, you get the extra day. But I know what you're going to say to me. Come on, Blue. And look at things from 2000 on. Look at the best teams. Who gets the primetime games? Well, New England got them forever. Seattle got them forever. Mahomes and Kansas City got them forever. Green Bay got them forever. I mean, the great teams get the primetime games. So you're going to get one. And who knows? Maybe you'll get another. I'm kind of under the impression you're only going to get one. But I just do wonder about that for this football team, even though they were so well coached. I make a big deal out of it because I just do. But I think one reminder that is so good to know for Jags fans, man, it didn't matter what the situation was a year ago. This team overcame it. And look at the lowest of lows. I mean, getting blown out in London by the Rams. They didn't bat an eye. Getting a bad call and a loss at Cincinnati. They didn't bat an eye. Blown a 19-point lead in Houston. They didn't bat an eye. And then they also went on and won game after game after game after game, and they won several of those by double digits. You got to learn how to win, too. It's very easy to learn how to lose and overcome losing. It's probably, in some situations, more difficult to deal with how to win. This football team last year dealt with that. They didn't read the press clippings. They didn't take it upon themselves to say, we're invincible. No one's going to beat us. And I thought it was a very well-coached team. So anyway, I just brought that up to you. I know exactly what you're saying. Okay, I can feel it. I can feel it through the microphone, right? You're saying, give us Monday Night Football. Give us the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll see. We'll know officially in about an hour and 15 minutes. All right, tonight's show brought to you by Shmunez Vision. You want to be able to see them, right? Whether it's on the tube, whether it's at the bank, whether you're flying to England, whether you're going anywhere. You want to be able to see the product on the field. No doubt about it. How about Shmunez Vision? 37 years worth of experience when it comes to surgery. Laser eye surgery. How about 20/20 for the rest of your life? How about never having to wonder? I did it the other night with my looking for my readers. I'm not a candidate for laser eye surgery. I'm not, unfortunately. You may be. And it's incredibly affordable, especially if you have insurance. So take advantage of this. Make an appointment today. Go to Shmunez Vision. You can check out all the testimonials as well on Instagram. It's right there in front of you. Shmunez Vision. All right, we're jam-packed. Plenty on the PGA Championship and a lot on the Jaguars and the NFL schedule. All coming up on Into the Night.
Get Florida Gators play-by-play on 1010XL.
The 19th ranked Gators get tuned up for the SEC tournament by taming the Tigers. Florida LSU. Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday afternoon on 1010 AM.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, inviting you to celebrate America 250 with huge savings at the Employee Pricing Sales Event only at Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Right now, you pay what the employees pay on select new Ford trucks and SUVs. Drive off in a new F-150, a versatile Escape, or a family-ready Explorer, all with unbeatable savings and great financing. But don't wait. This red, white, and blue sales event is for a limited time only at the Big Number 1 Duval Ford on Cassett Avenue. Duval Ford, proud to drive America forward.
I'm local attorney Rick Alexander. In my 30 years practicing law, I've learned you never want to choose money over health. It's always a bad deal. Unfortunately, when someone screws up and you get hurt, that choice is gone. Your only choice is whether you face the future with a lawyer or without one. If you're hurt because somebody screwed up, call me at the practice. The Alexander Law Practice, 904-460-600 or alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
Whether you're undertaking a major home renovation or just a simple repair request, American Electrical is your 5-star Jacksonville-based electrician to get the work done right. Experienced design building department working seamlessly with their electrical contracting department to help you create beautiful lighting spaces and electrical plans that make your house flow. And remember, with American Electrical, it's wired right at a fair price. Call American Electric at 737-7770. Look for that red, white, and blue eagle on the side of their truck, and you'll know it's American Electrical.
It's Mike Dempsey. If you're thinking about a bathroom upgrade, maybe turning that old tub into a safer walk-in shower, check out 5-Star Bath Solutions. I shopped around, talked to several companies, and I chose 5-Star because their customer service was simply incredible. Responsive, honest, upfront about the entire project, and their pricing was even better than expected. When you're ready for a fresh look, better comfort, and a bathroom space you'll love using every day, schedule your free consultation at 5starbathsolutions.com and get the 5-Star experience.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it worse. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Hey gang, Prosser here for my friends Chad and Sandy. What are your concerns? What struggles do you anticipate when it comes time to sell your home? What is it that bothers you? What's keeping you from getting max money as quickly as possible? Well, I don't know what those reasons are because I know they're all silly. Because Chad and Sandy have one down-to-the-line guarantee. Your home sold guaranteed, or they will buy it. It'll be at a price and a rate that you agree upon beforehand. So if you need to sell now, fast, easy, stress-free, and you need max price, then you need Chad and Sandy. The government's making moves intended to push mortgage rates lower. The last time rates dropped, we saw a selling and buying frenzy. Now's the time to prepare. It's time to call Chad and Sandy. Darcy in San Jose did. I wanted to move to a more walkable, vibrant area. Within 3 days of working with Chad and Sandy's team, I found the perfect home. They do it stress-free with a guarantee. Go to chadandsandy.com or call 414-6200. That's chadandsandy.com.
Memorial Day, friends, family, great food is what we look forward to all year. But when your septic system decides it wants to be part of the conversation, yeah, nobody wants that. Getting a pump out now is a smart move before things get, let's just say, uncomfortable. Duck Rooter, Northeast Florida's only master septic contractor. They've seen it all, and they get it right the first time. Right now, get $50 off septic tank pumping. Keep the memories, not the mess. When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focus, fueled, fearless, Farah. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Tonight's show is brought to you by the Alexander Law Practice. And it's great to have a friend right there in your back pocket, isn't it? This applies to you, a colleague, a neighbor, certainly a family member. If you're aware of someone who's been hurt in a car accident, okay? It can be a very difficult time, and you feel as though it's you against the world. There's nowhere to turn. You may be strapped financially, and you just believe that you can't afford to call a law firm. Makes a lot of sense, right? Not at the Alexander Law Practice, all right? There's no retainer fee, no consultation fee, no fee for the phone call, no fee for contacting them on their website, and then you'll get with Rick Alexander directly, okay? He has a relationship and is involved with every single one of his clients. Now, again, there's phenomenal practices across the state, across the country. But in this case, you're dealing directly with the man who is the name of the firm, Alexander Law Practice. Rick Alexander, Duval, born, raised right here. Been here his entire life, practicing. He's the type of guy you want to get up with, Rick, and, of course, those who are beside him. So, if you have been injured, you're physically wounded, you're mentally wounded, your car is beaten up, your car is totaled. I have no idea what else it could possibly be, but who knows? Just make yourself right now, go to Alexander Law Practice, set up an appointment today, free consultation. As I said, you're never going to come out of pocket. You never are. And then hopefully at the end, it's going to be very beneficial for you. In most cases, it's not you. It's not your fault. It's the other individual when it comes to careless driving. Okay, I believe we have a change here at Alex Smalley has now joined the group at 3 under par. So the 4 remain in the clubhouse, and we can add Martin Keimer now to the 5th man in the clubhouse at a minus 367. Again, Scheffler's got 5 holes to play, so he's your on-course leader at minus 3. Also, Alex Smalley is at minus 3 as well. As I said before our first break, JT bogeyed 14, so he has gone from 3 under par to 2 under par. I say all the time, and I believe this, that it never matters what I say. It only matters what you hear. And that's really the law in any form of communication or lack thereof. Twitter is a cesspool, okay? Those are the mean streets. And admittedly, I'm not as active on Twitter now as I once was. I don't know what the reasoning is. Probably a lot of it has to do with the fact that, well, my Boston teams suck. Florida State, I mean, what's worse than suck? They're there. Certainly, I tweet all the time about the Jaguars, and you can check out my comments from this past Saturday at the Miller Electric Center, photos and what have you, videos. That's different. But this is one of the first times where I'm like, really? Dude's name is Julius Caesar, okay? I thought he was gone, but apparently he's still around. And this is what I tweeted out, RJ. Are you ready? Ready for this? I said, this is my tweet. Bookmakers are saying the Jags are a 7.5-point favorite over the Browns, with the total at 39.5 in week 1. He takes that tweet and he says, Blue tweeting this like you think the bum-ass Browns are the play. What are you talking about? I mean, I just gave you the line. There's no opinion here at all. It's straight fact.
Just giving you the information.
That's the line coming out of Las Vegas. That is the line coming out offshore. We're in here. So anyway.
Just shooting the messenger.
Julius Caesar. Listen, I know we're not all... Never mind. But, I mean, to me, there are times that I get blasted on Twitter, and I probably deserve it if you don't agree with my opinion. This isn't an opinion. This is information straight from sports books. There's no opinion here. All right, Scotty Scheffler with a bogey on number 14. So, he bogeyed 4, then had birdies on 6, 7, 10, and 11, 2 pars on 12 and 13. The par 14th, the par 3 14th hole now, which I want to say, let me see, par 14 today, 216 yards. Boy, it is arguably the toughest hole on the golf course. It is playing at an average of nearly 3.4. So it's almost playing like a par 3.5, if you will, today. And he just gave one back. But that's fine. As long as he gets out of here with, with pars the rest of the way through. As I've said now, this will be the third time. His average scoring during Thursday is 69th on the PGA Tour. And he seems to be doing everything right today, including hitting fairways, and certainly the putter has been magnificent. I did not see how he gave one back there on number 14. Unfortunately, doing the show here, I did not have my eyes on the television set. But anyway, certainly a ton of golf to play. There's no doubt about it. Again, it's just a log jam right now at the top. So we've now gone from 7 to 6 at 3 under. And all of a sudden, you got a whole host of guys at -2. And, you look at guys in red figures, if you include -1, that would be 31 golfers under par right now out of the 156 who are playing. Again, this really has an opportunity to be the lowest first round since 2008. Think about that. I mean, that's almost 20 years in the PGA Championship. And the weather's been just insane so far today. And I absolutely believe that that is only going to get worse. It's supposed to be very cold tomorrow morning in Philadelphia. And, you're talking about a 40-degree temperature change. They're saying 47 degrees tomorrow morning. They're saying it's going to be 88 on Sunday. So I know what it's like. I've been in 2 cities where that happens, Boston and Chicago. I mean, if you've never been to parts like that, you don't know what I'm talking about. But it's crazy. When I get up early for school or summer construction or whatever, it would still be cold in Boston in the morning. And which was kind of cool because I always have believed that dealing with a hangover is much easier in cold weather than it is in hot weather. But it would start to get warmer and warmer and warmer. And you got humidity up there. Then all of a sudden around 11 o'clock, 11:30, noon, you sweat all that gunk out of you. By the time they ring the bell at, 3:30, 4, 4:35, depending on how long you're working that day, you felt like a brand new man. But anyway, just something to consider there. So we'll keep you updated. We have an update coming right now, by the way, for PGA Tour leader, PGA Championship leaderboard update. Good. Let's keep everyone updated. Hopefully this one will have an update on what happened here with Scottie Scheffler. If not, I'm going to find out during the break, and they'll definitely tell us as well, I would imagine, if not here, at the top of the hour as well.
Now, a PGA Championship update on 1010XL. Teed up by TopDressing.com and LiveForeverGolf.com.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 108th PGA Championship, sponsored by Grainger. With professional-grade products for every industry, Grainger has you covered. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Rory McIlroy hit it all over the compound here at Arana Mink on his way to a first-round 4 over 74. It harkened back to last year at Quail Hollow when he also shot 74.
I was frustrated because, my driver failed the test and similar sense of frustration, just, not driving the ball well enough to give myself enough scoring opportunities.
Yeah, McIlroy hit only 5 of 14 fairways. He is 7 off the lead, and McIlroy still on the range, trying to figure things out 4+ hours after his round. 5 players on top at 3 under, including last year's champion Scottie Scheffler, who has 5 holes to go. The other 4 players in the house: Aldrich Potgieter, Steven Yeager, Minwoo Lee, and Ryo Hisatsune. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Century, understanding starts with taking a seat, talking face-to-face, getting to know your business firsthand, diving into details, seeing risk from every angle, becoming experts in your business, and crafting coverage that really makes a difference. So, save us a seat. We've got work to do. Property and casualty coverages are underwritten by a member of the Century Insurance Group, Stevens Point, Wisconsin. For a complete listing of companies, visit Century.com. Policies, coverages, benefits, and discounts are not available in all states. See policy for complete coverage details.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Dailies is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Dailies. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Dailies is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Dailies. Dailies is made fresh, it's made local, and Dailies is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
Jacksonville is thinking teal, and so are Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony. It's Jaguars Today, breaking down everything Jags and NFL. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors. Weekdays 10 to noon on 1010XL.
Yeah, I know how awful it is to get injured, but not like my friend Tom, who got rear-ended last year. Tom McManus here. Morgan & Morgan can help you. They're the largest personal injury law firm in the nation. 1,000 lawyers, 100 offices across the nation, and over $30 billion recovered. And guess what? They don't get a single penny unless you do. A proven track record with backup. Hard to find these days, but not with Morgan & Morgan. For the people, that's right. Get injured due to someone's neglect, get paid. Dial Pound Law or check out forthepeople.com.
Got a runner, a digger, a backyard escape artist. Lock it down with Superior Fence and Rail and keep those paws safe. Right now, get a free gate when you install 100 feet or more. That's right, a brand new fence and a free gate to match. More freedom for them, more peace of mind for you. Don't wait, this Safe Paws promo won't last. Call today or visit SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Hi, Frank Frangie here, inviting you to join my wife and me June 22nd of 2027 as we experience the food, wine, and culture of iconic Italy with Colette. Our journey takes us to historic cities and enchanting medieval towns. We'll enjoy a wonderful 7-night stay in the Montecatini Term A famous resort and spa town nestled in the heart of the rolling hills of Tuscany. Visit the cultural treasures of Florence, Pisa, and lovely Lucca. Along the way, we'll discover the food, wine, and old world charm, and even have a special chef-led cooking class. This and so much more. Colette handles the details, flights, hotels, meals, and the local experiences. Your only job is to have the time of your life. Don't miss joining my wife and me in Italy. Now, to learn more, visit 1010XL.com or call Colette at 800-581-8942. That's 1010XL.com or call Colette at 800-581-8942.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
6 golfers at 3 under, 1 on the course. That's Alex Smalley through 14. He's -3. The other 5 are in the clubhouse. Potkeeter, Yeager, Wu Lee, Hisasane, and Keimer. Okay, all in the clubhouse. Recently here in the last 15 to 20 minutes, 2 other golfers who have won the PGA Championship a couple of times, right? Scotty Scheffler won a year ago at Quail Hollow. He had it at -3. He is now at 2 under par. And JT, who's won the event again twice. And I want to say it's only been 1 PGA Championship for Scotty Scheffler. I may be wrong, because there's 6 active golfers who have done it twice or more. 3 are not playing. That's Phil, VJ, and Tiger. Then there are 3 active players. JT, Koepka, and by golly, who is the last one? Is it Scotty Scheffler? Let me find that out. Anyway, maybe it is. Nonetheless, he is at -2 1 stroke behind the leaders. And, Garrick Higo today missed his tee time by like 30 seconds. He would have shot a 67. He had a 2-stroke penalty. So technically, he shoots a 69, 1 under. But he would have had one of the best rounds of the day as well with a 67. Be very interesting to see how he is able to come back. Can you imagine that? And this is such a incredible story. I mean, to me, this is comparable to the Minnesota Vikings not getting their draft pick up on time. Who misses the start of their tee time? I don't think I've ever heard that before, but doesn't it kind of present the perfect buddy of yours, the weekend hack? I pride myself on never being late for anything. Now, I'm often in a hurry. I often stress the living snot out of myself because I put myself in a hurry, but I'm never late. I think a lot of that is just whatever. I remember my first meetings with Tom Coughlin. I think we had a high noon interview. I showed up at 11:55 and I was late. And I learned at that time that just, there's very simple things, especially if you're young. Okay? Don't be late. Return a text. Do it. Return a text. Open doors for ladies. If someone's speaking to you, certainly someone of influence, okay, look them in the eye. It's just normal human behavior of good individuals. But no matter where you are in the country, you're never going to get by the cranky old golf starter. He's on number 1, and he's going to look at you like, you just released a bunch of puppies on the middle of 95, right? How dare you be late for your tee time at the local country club? This happened during the PGA Championship. Absolutely amazing to me that did take place. Okay, let's get to week 1. The following is, especially the top half, is all about greed. Okay? It's greed, it's greed, it's greed, it's money, it's money, it's money, it's money, it's money, it's money, it's money. Let's open up the season on a Wednesday night, because if there's one thing that doesn't fire me up enough, 9:30 a.m. Sunday football bloom. Okay, yeah, that. But opening up the NFL season on a freaking Wednesday night, that's what you're going to get. It's a Super Bowl rematch in Seattle, the New England Patriots against the Seahawks. Thursday night, Australia. Money, money, money. Line my pockets. Give me more money. Freaking Australia. What a joke. 49ers, Rams. Wasn't it San Francisco's coach who made that big deal about the 19-hour trip? He doesn't know if they're gaining 19 hours.
Oh, yeah,
or if
he
they're...
said that's exactly what we want, just, another 19 hours on the road. He said that sarcastically.
No, but the sarcastic thing came in a couple of weeks later with Kyle Shanahan. He was dead on serious at the NFL's owners' meetings when he said it. And I loved it because no one wants to rock the boat because they know it's all about the money. And I mean, the 49ers owner, he needs more money. These owners need more money. Absolutely play a game in Australia. Okay? So anyway, there you go. 49ers, Rams. 1 p.m. matchups. Sunday. Jacksonville, Cleveland. Oh, yeah. I can see it right now. Just licking your chops. Enjoy it. You get 6 of them this year. You get 6 of them over the next 2 years. It's going to be a pain. It's going to be an inconvenience. But think about how cool it's going to be in 2 years. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. I've been to every NFL stadium. These new stadiums are insane. They really are. I went to Vegas last year. I went to L.A. a couple of years ago. I think those are the 2 newest. I've seen the old ones that are no longer. San Diego, Oakland, Buffalo, they're ripping down. I was born in Boston. I remember the old Sullivan Stadium, Schaefer Stadium. New stadiums. When I talk about that, you know what the biggest shock of all is I went year 1 to the Georgia Dome. And I thought the Georgia Dome at the time was like, oh my God, because I had been to the Superdome. At that point, I don't think I had ever been to the old Hoosier Dome or the RCA Dome. But I remember going year 1. It was a Patriots-Falcons game. And then I remember Florida played an SEC championship game there in 94 against Arkansas. And some of you may remember Howard David. I was the spotter for Howard David, who I thought was a phenomenal play-by-play broadcaster. That became outdated. I mean, that's been gone now for what? 5, 6, 7 years?
Right.
So this brand new stadium they put together in 25 years is going to be outdated.
Yeah.
It's amazing how these stadiums become outdated and
always need some sort of renovation, or you got to tear it down, build it from the ground up. It's crazy.
There's only a few who remain, and we know what's going on with Chicago and Soldier Field. They're getting ready to rip that apart. Lambeau is a legend. I don't know why. There's space out there you can build in Green Bay where you can't build in Boston, where there's Fenway Park. I'd be surprised if they could build in Wrigleyville. Although last time I was there, it was a Jaguars game against the Bears. I was really surprised and disappointed. A couple of my favorite bars, and there's about 100 of them, and that's not embellishment. That's not exaggeration. There are legitimately 100 bars that circle Wrigley Field in all 4 directions. And it's just the best. What was the name of that Irish bar? I can't think of it right now. But anyway, they were building condos right there and all that. I'd be very surprised. I don't think they can build there. So, that's it. That's it. 2 in baseball, 2 in football. They're going to change things at Arrowhead. They're all going away. But anyway, it's going to be worth it in 2020. College football's a different animal. Seems like college football is more of a facelift situation. You know, the old Orange Bowl, they had to crumble. I hate to say this. It pains me to say it. But the Rose Bowl shouldn't be around anymore. The Rose Bowl is just nowhere near where it once was. It's just outdated.
Really? Yeah.
It is.
I mean, listen, it's around old money in Pasadena. That's old money where the Rose Bowl is.
I've only been to the Rose Bowl 3 times. 4 times. I went to 3 USC UCLA games when I was in Chicago. We were the home of the USC Trojans. And I went to the national championship game between Florida State and Auburn. And I tell this story often. I quit drinking. I didn't go as a member of the media. I did for the USC UCLA games, but I didn't for the Knowles National Championship victory. I went as a fan. And, you know, plenty of pregame partying and what have you. I stopped drinking because the bathroom lines were so long, but they didn't even have enough wherewithal to understand that you need to pipe in the radio broadcast or have some TV, something. So you're hearing all this cheering, and you're like in the bowels. You're hearing huge ovation, but you have no idea if Florida State did something good or Florida State did something bad, or if Auburn did something good, or it was almost torture. And the way that those lines were, it took like probably 8-9 minutes out of the second quarter. And right there, I said, that's it. I'll save my cocktails. They're either going to be some of the greatest cocktails I've ever had, or they're going to be depression-filled. But I'm not dealing with the trip to the bathroom anymore when you have no idea what's going on with the game.
Well, I think that with the reports coming out that UCLA is potentially, you know, trying to figure out a way to leave the Rose Bowl so they can play at SoFi. If UCLA leaves, I don't know what you're really using the Rose Bowl for. Maybe a couple of concerts. I know they have the turkey tussle between John Muir and Blair, the 2 high schools. They'll do that, you know, every Thanksgiving. But after that, I don't know. But you're barely packing the place out for UCLA games nowadays, so I can understand why they're wanting to leave. But I mean, yeah, the Rose Bowl is a huge part of Southern California history.
No, there's no doubt. And, you know, it's beautiful there, but it's also pretty scary there. You got a lot of Hells Angels, a lot of biker bars. You got a lot of craziness that goes on. And I'll tell you this, the Coliseum in L.A., where USC plays, the surrounding area reminds me of Miami and the old Orange Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
That is
rough.
That is rough. A scary, scary, rough. Scary place.
Yes.
So, anyway. And you know, most stadiums you drift off. That's what's great about Wrigleyville. That's what's great about Fenway, right? You know, Soldier Field, you go one way, you're in Lake Michigan, and go the other way, you're pretty close to Navy Pier. Pretty nice in those areas, right? The difference between the White Sox and the Cubs, as far as the outside of the stadium, oh boy. I remember when I was there, some local radio host got the absolute tar beaten out of him right outside of the old Comiskey, or the brand new U.S. Cellular. So anyway, just something to consider. All right, let's get back to the schedule as we begin the 7 o'clock hour. As well, we're going to keep you updated. The sun's still shining. It's been kind of freaking out all day. It really hasn't shown itself all that much. It's been slightly chilly, certainly windy during the first round of the PGA Championship.
Fridays on 1010XL are evolving. Introducing the lead. Hayes Carlyon and Ryan O'Halloran. Starting May 15th, 4 to 6, Friday afternoons on 1010XL.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice!
It's
showtime.
That's right. The whole world loves Beetlejuice. It's a rowdy, rambunctious, rollicking good time. And a big, fantastical funhouse. We're raising the bar and occasionally the dead. You've never seen anything quite like Beetlejuice. May 12th through the 17th, Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets on sale at fscjartistseries.org.
Parents, now is the time to sign up your kids for the best all-sports camp in the 904. Tommy Houlihan's All-Sports Camp at St. Paul's Gym in Jacksonville Beach. All-sports camps ages are kindergarten through 6th grade. All day, Monday through Friday, with extended hours also available. Keep your kids active this summer with Tommy Houlihan Sports Camp in Jacksonville Beach. Online at TommyHoulihanBasketball.com. Tommy, Hulihan basketball.com.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to FloridaHomeAC.com/careers to find out more.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about not being afraid of the crosses of life. Life can be difficult. Maybe today you're carrying a cross of worry or stress. Let me encourage you to remember that when Christ got on the big cross at Golgotha, he destroyed all the little crosses that we face in our life. He set us free from fear, worry, and anxiety. Our job is not to be carried by the cross, but to be carried by our faith.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
Credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payments, so they're getting nowhere. Hey, Prosser here, but here's what many homeowners don't realize. Using the equity in your home, you can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can pay off your credit card, your existing HELOC, your car loans, or get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved and saved over $1,500 a month. Here's the best part. With Loan Pronto, you can do it all from your phone. With zero out-of-pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com. See how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto, 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
You lost your swing. We got to go find it.
It's your Saturday morning swing adjustment.
Grip it and rip it.
Get the golf tips and talk to take your game to the next level. The Edwin Watts Golf Hour. Saturday mornings at 10 on 1010XL.
Joe C. for Blossman Gas. They've been providing hometown service and the comforts of propane to home and businesses since 1951. Imagine movie night spent around glowing gas fireplace logs, cookouts in the backyard with your propane grill, or laundry done faster with your gas dryer. Blossman has a wide variety of gas appliances to fit your needs. Propane delivery, gas appliances, and a full-service team. Blossman Gas is your local company for everything propane. Blossman Gas, log on, blossmangas.com, and check out the Blossman difference.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
First round continues for the PGA Championship. What a Thursday it is. The NFL officially will release its schedule coming up in about 35 minutes. And tonight on the ice, we have two huge playoff hockey games. Going to be a blast. No question about it. All right, let's check here. Scotty Scheffler -2 through 15. Alex Smalley -3 through 14. Those are your on-the-course leaders. Others are in the clubhouse. We have 5 different golfers at 3 under, shooting a 67 today on the par 70. Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 golfers at 2 under par. 7 in the clubhouse. The only one who's not is Scheffler. How about Patty Reed? Tourless right now. Out of the LIV Tour, hasn't been accepted into the PGA Tour. Love me some Patty Reed. -2. Shane Lowry, love him as well. Matter of fact, I don't know if I can think of 2 guys on the PGA Tour I'd rather have an ice-cold beer with Maybe with Lowry, we drink room temperature Guinness and a cigar. Then Shane Lowry and Patrick Reed. I mean, that's just fun stuff. Corey Connors -2, the Canadian after a 68. Xander Schauffele, a 68 as well. All right, we're going to be real brief here because I've overshot the runway very early on in the program. I was a little bit long-winded, but I'm just excited. I mean, this is, again, it has an opportunity to be the lowest round since 2008, unless someone can birdie coming in to get to 4 under. Right now, there's a couple of Alex Smalley just bogeyed 15. So he goes from -2 to -3. That leaves 16, 17, and 18. The only way we would have the break of the lowest round since 2008 would be if Scheffler or Smalley was able to birdie 2 of their remaining 3 holes. So there you have it. That is the very latest. Much more coming up on the Jaguars schedule. Much more coming up on the PGA Championship right here on Into the Night.
Now, a PGA Championship update on 1010XL. Teed up by TopDressing.com and LiveForeverGolf.com.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 108th PGA Championship, sponsored by Prevagen. Prevagen, made for your brain. There's more congestion at the top of the leaderboard in the first round at Aronimink than there is on I-95 at this hour. 15 players are within 1 shot of the lead, which is held by 6 players. Aldrich Potgieter, Steven Yeager, Minwoo Lee, Ryo Hisatsune, Martin Keimer, and Alex Smalley, all 3 under, and Smalley is the only one still on the course. He's got 4 holes to go. World number 1, Scottie Scheffler, in the group at 2 under, 1 back. Scheffler was in the lead. He dropped out of it with a bogey at 14, did follow with a par at 15. The PGA champion from 2 years ago, Xander Schauffele, is also 2 under and 1 off the pace. Rory McIlroy has his worst round to par in his career at this major, a 4 over 74. He's 7 back. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Attention poker players, the tables are heating up at all Best Bet locations. Don't miss a minute of the action with $800 high hands every Friday and Saturday, $555 Cinco de Mayo high hands every 20 minutes, and the Memorial Day $30,000 cash giveaway. And don't forget to earn those entries to win a side-by-side all-terrain vehicle starting May 1st in Best Bet St. Augustine. Get to your location of choice, Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine, and take home your winnings. For all the details, visit bestbetjacks.com.
Imagine this. You've got the burgers ready in a backyard full of guests. And, folks, that's a strong lineup. But a clogged drain on a holiday, that can change everything in a hurry. Before kickoff, make sure your plumbing is ready to go. Call Duck Duck Rooter. They've got experience, honest pricing, and a team you can count on. And right now, get your main sewer line cleaned, plus a camera inspection for just $129. Outside cleanout is required because the only thing you want overflowing this weekend is that cooler. So when you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
In a world where chains seem to take over, it's awesome to have a locally owned retailer who's only focused on us here in Jacksonville. Hicken here for my friends at Beard's Diamonds. All those jewelers in the town center, they're owned by big Wall Street companies, except one. Beard's Diamonds. Beard's Diamonds is local. Say hi to the Lupos. They've been serving our area for over 4 decades. Beard's has a massive diamond inventory, all shapes and sizes. Top bridal brands like Decory and Viraggio. Beard's has the strongest warranties. Beard's wins on price every day. They don't have extra markups to please Wall Street or pay commission salespeople. In fact, Beard's guarantees to beat any national chain store on price. So don't buy anywhere until you get a second opinion at Beard's. You'll get a bigger, better quality diamond for your money, and it'll be backed by local folks with integrity and local accountability. It's refreshing to see a local place that can give you a better selection, higher quality, superior personalized service, and a much better price. Don't buy a diamond in Jacksonville without seeing your best option at Beard's Diamonds. I say shop local, shop Beard's at the St. John's Town Center.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Going to get into some other golfers as well. Tough back nine for Rory McIlroy, plus 474 today. Also, Cam Young, remember, he won here. You remember it. The putter just got away from him during his 4 rounds at Augusta. If he putt, he wins. And he did not. If I remember correctly, Cam Young, in 4 rounds at Augusta, missed like 6 fairways. And it was just out of this world what he did. On the flip side, Rory missed them. Scheffler missed them. And we all remember that furious comeback by Scotty Scheffler. Rory held on to win consecutive green jackets. Rory McIlroy trying to win consecutive PGA Championships, if he can do it after what he did 1 year ago at Quail Hollow. All right, I'll keep you updated on that, all that stuff. I want to get to the Jags schedule. This is a really interesting question. 6151 says, Baloo, Jags win 13 games last year. When was the last time they've gone back-to-back seasons with a big win total? I'm jacked up for the season. Keep the train rolling, Jags. Browns don't show. It says 129. I don't know what that means. 129. Is that like a code? Is that like a dope code? What is that? What's the dope code? 404. What's the dope? What's the marijuana sign? And they're like
420.
420.
420.
Is 129 mean anything?
Jags 129. Browns don't show.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe that's a seat. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Jaguars haven't gone back-to-back since 97, 98, right? I mean, even that great run in 96, they won, 8 straight games? I want to say 6 in the regular season. And they knocked off Buffalo. They knocked off Denver. Their best season was 99, with the only blemish being Tennessee. Let me dig it out. Yeah, here we go. 9-7 in 96. They went 11-5 in 97 and 98. And they went 14-2 in 1999. Wow. So they went 26, 36, and 12 in one stretch. And not to mention all those wins at the end of the 96 season. So they really went 36-12. They went 42-12 in the regular season. All right. And then, they had a nice year in 2005. They went 12-4, 11, then an 8-8, then 11-5 in 07. Then they haven't won the divisional title since 2017. We all remember what happened there. And then, of course, last season. So, yeah, it's been a bit. As a matter of fact, you asked the question, I'll give you the answer. The last time it happened was 1998 and 1999. Las Vegas right now is telling us the total's 9.5, which is a frightening number. As I said, I think this is going to be a better team this year than last year, a better roster. I don't know if the record will end up being better. only 6 home games, 2 in London, the others on the road. It's a first-place schedule. Now, the NFL also tells us that it's the 11th most difficult schedule in the NFL. If I was just to say to you, Jags have a first-place schedule, certainly within the division, you've got one really formidable opponent in Houston. The other two leave a little bit to be desired. Wouldn't most of you think top 10 schedule? Right? I mean, aren't I right there? Wouldn't that be the common way of thinking about the NFL? If you have a first-place schedule, all right, we know there are 4 teams a division, 4 teams a conference, so there's 8 divisional winners. You're playing first place, that it only makes sense that it would be top. You're not top 10. You're what? You're 21st. And the other 3 teams are below you. So it feels like a very winnable division. No doubt about it.
Rick, like just in terms of the schedule, if they can't make it to 13 wins, what kind of a record would you look at and say, okay, I can live with that? If they were to do this.
Anything that gets them into January football. We're making our predictions tomorrow. I'm doing it with Hacker. And every show, the reason why I'm doing it with Hacker is they kind of want to do a somewhat of a point counterpoint. So I'm going to let Hacker go first. And if Hacker picks the Jags to win, just to make it point counterpoint, I'm automatically going to pick the opponent. You know, according to Julius Caesar, I already have my house invested in the Browns plus 7.5.
Yeah, you're already given the play.
No, I'm gonna, do that tomorrow. Just get there. That's the most important part. Right now, without seeing the schedule, and what I mean by that, without seeing Houston's schedule, I see myself picking Jacksonville to repeat, winning in the AFC South. Now, the flip side of that is the incredibly important 2 games against Houston. I have a difficult time getting out of my mind blowing a 19-point fourth quarter lead there. That's a tough pill to swallow.
Absolutely.
And then your other game is in London. I don't like that. As a matter of fact, I despise that. I can't think of a worse opponent. If you had told me Tennessee or you had told me Indianapolis, I still wouldn't have loved it. But I would have thought, all right, you're going to win that football game. You're going to get acclimated. You're going to be out there for 10 days. Philadelphia, the week prior is going to be a battle. But the week after, you're settled in. It's going to be, Tennessee or Indy that needs to fly in and get ready. In this case now, it's Houston. I do. I think they really did draw the short straw. Now, the good thing to take with you is that this was arguably a better road football team last year. Seriously. I mean, think about it. Isn't that a mirage, blowing a 19-point lead? And that whole thing with Cincinnati. Yeah, and they had a chance in both. I mean, the foolish penalty by Chuma Edoga. So, no, put it away. We'll see. 9.5. That's a scary number. It's plus 2,500 right now to win the Super Bowl. Okay, that's very little risk. That's quite a reward. You put $100 down. The Jaguars win the Super Bowl. You bringing back your $100. You're also bringing back an additional $2,500. That's pretty good money, if you ask me. For those of you out there. So we will see. All right, let's get back to this. Week 1. We told you about the Pats Seahawks. They'll open up on Wednesday night. 49ers Rams in Australia Thursday night. 1 p.m. games, Week 1 in the NFL. Jacksonville hosting Cleveland. Jaguars favored by 7.5 points. Total 39 and a hook. Bears at Panthers. Ooh. Couple of young quarterbacks there. Bucks at Bengals. It'll be interesting. A couple of legends are gone now from that Tampa Bay roster. The Bengals we know what you're going to get there. Explosive offense. How's the line? Is Joe Burrow healthy? I mean, that'd be one of the most difficult projections of a team, in my opinion, of arguably any of the 32 in the NFL. Ravens, Colts. Bills at Texans. I mean, just think of Monday, early Monday morning. Week 1 of the NFL, heading into week 2 of the NFL. You're going to be rolling into work. First thing you're going to do is kiss your lovely wife goodbye. Say, hey, kids, have a great day of school. Learn something. And you're going to roll into work knowing that the Jaguars beat the Browns and the Bills beat the Texans. I mean, how freaking cool is that? You can sign up for that right now. That's automatic. Saints at Lions. Jets at Titans. Right now, there's a broadcast crew saying, please, please do not give me Jets, Titans in week 1. It's kind of hard to poo-poo anything in the NFL, but, I mean, doesn't this kind of feel like a fledgling power in college football taking on a directional school? Falcons at Steelers. A couple of new coaches there. 4 o'clock game or 4:30 games on Sunday. The Commanders at the Eagles. Packers at the Vikings. Ooh, that's tasty. Cardinals at the Chargers. You see that story that came out today that they're talking about what's his name? I can't even think of his name right now. The Carson Beck, former quarterback at Georgia, being the starting quarterback in week 1.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that. I read that today. It was a rumor. I was like, come on. I mean, you're going to throw him under the gun as a 3rd-round pick? Second round? I don't remember exactly what it was. I think he was the 3rd quarterback selected, right, after Mendoza and Simpson. I want to say that he was the 3rd quarterback selected. Dolphins at Raiders. 3rd-round pick for Beck. I mean, they have Jacoby Brissett out there. Jacoby Brissett, I mean, Gardner Minshew's making more money than Jacoby Brissett as the backup. That's why, I mean, say what you want about Gardner Minshew, but he's going to be ready, and he's a seasoned veteran. He's going to have a good camp. He's going to have a good preseason. I just find
it hard to sit him.
Yeah, I just find it. First off, my guess would be it's going to be Brissett, but just to come on out and say that Carson Beck's going to start in week 1? No way. Sunday Night Football, Cowboys, Giants. How about that? And then Monday night, Denver and Kansas City. So there you go. There's your week 1 leaks all around the place in the NFL. They are officially going to release their schedule in 15 minutes. We'll keep you updated with everything that does come down. Take you up until 8 o'clock. Hacker Nation's going to join you then as well. So we got lots more to do right here on Into the Night.
When the clock hits high noon, Jacksonville clocks in with XL Primetime. Coward, Hayes, Searcy, heating up your lunch hour like a plate of tasty wings. Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Dinner tonight? Make it easy and make it something everyone will love. With the Flame Broiler Family Meal Plan, you can feed 4 fast with fresh, flavorful options. You get 20 ounces of your choice of protein. Mix and match your favorites, plus steamed rice and a fresh veggie medley. It's a complete no-stress meal the whole family can agree on, starting at just $34.99. Skip the cooking tonight. Bring the family together and stop by any of Flame Broiler's 5 locations today.
I insist on complete honesty.
You can chime in anytime on the 1010XL text line.
Installed by Lifetime Flooring.
If you have something to say to me, I wish you would just say it.
Share your opinion.
Nuts? What?
641-1010.
It's crazy.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Meta World Peace, what's up, man?
Nah, that's not my name anymore, thanks to Hard Rock Bet.
We're doing this again, are we?
Now I go by meta, over rebounds, under assists, method of first basket, free throw, piece.
Huh, so you really can same-game parlay practically anything now on Hard Rock Bet.
It's the only place I play these days.
Download the Hard Rock Bet app and start playing today. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
You'll always feel good when you send someone a Kuhn Flowers floral or plant arrangement. This is RJ with 1010XL, and no matter what the reason, Kuhn Flowers has always come through for me. Order online at kuhnflowers.com.
Hey guys, Prosser here. When you need new windows or doors, you want high-end quality without the middleman markup. That's exactly why I'm telling you about Cash Building Material. Same premium materials, same beautiful finishes, but at a price that actually makes sense for your home. No subcontractors, no runaround, just their own experienced crews who treat your house like it's theirs. Get a quote today, thank me tomorrow. For windows and doors, search Cash Building Material. Windows and doors done right.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, Jason, thanks for fixing my air conditioner last week. It's way nicer at my place now.
Glad we could help. Good to know it was just a small repair.
I know. A new air conditioner can be pretty expensive.
I mean, they do keep your whole house nice. That's a lot of space to keep cool.
I know.
And they do it all summer long, even when the weather is totally Jacksonville temperature outside.
I know.
Luckily, if you ever do need a new AC, we can arrange a financing plan that'll make it easy for you to handle.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Here, put on these sunglasses.
Whoa. They can show banking information? Cool glasses.
Short term, long term, low interest, zero down payment. There's all kinds of options for bigger projects or even repairs as low as $500.
I wish I had these math sunglasses in high school.
You and me both, pal.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice!
Showtime! That's right. The whole world loves Beetlejuice. It's a rowdy, rambunctious, rollicking good time and a big, fantastical funhouse. We're raising the bar and occasionally the dead. You've never seen anything quite like Beetlejuice. May 12th through the 17th, Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets on sale at fscjartistseries.org.
Tired of changing out bad sod year after year? Get it done right with Roundtree Sod. Big or small, they have it, and always supplied farm fresh. For a lush, legendary green lawn, call 7414-SOD for a free estimate. 7414-SOD.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, Scotty Scheffler with a birdie on 17. So, once again, he is at 3 under par. He's got a hole to play. If he could birdie this, then it won't be the lowest opening round at the PGA Championship since 2008. If that does remain, it'll tie that particular record. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys right now. 7 under par. And I'll give you an update as well here momentarily, but I want to say there's 17 or 18 golfers within 1 stroke of the lead right now at the PGA Championship. Okay, we just talked about Carson Beck. Pittsburgh, it's all over the place that Jacksonville's going to be hosting Pittsburgh Monday Night Football. I think it's week 14 here in Jacksonville, right? And, just think of how that changes based on what Aaron Rodgers does. If it's not Aaron Rodgers, it's a battle between Mason Rudolph and Will Howard, okay? That's what you have right now in Pittsburgh. We just talked about Carson Beck and how there's a possibility that he actually wins that job in Arizona. I find that very, very, very hard to believe. Again, I think it's Brissett, and if not, it's Gardner Minshew. All right. But there still are some jobs that we don't know for sure, right? Let's go above us. Atlanta, a couple of left-handers. Feels like it's Michael Penix Jr., but could Tua with a new opportunity? And new opportunity quarterbacks as of late have done what? Right? Jason Goff, Matt Stafford. Maybe that's not the best example. They traded for Stafford to win a Super Bowl. Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones. There's been some resurrection. So I wouldn't bet for it with Tua, but it makes you wonder. Cleveland, who comes here in week 1? I have to believe it's Sanders. A lot of people out there yelling that it's the return of Deshaun Watson. We'll see. You have the injury with Patrick Mahomes. If he's not available early, remember, they open up the year on Monday night, it's going to be Justin Fields. And then, of course, in Vegas, I got to believe it's Kirk Cousins. I'd be really surprised with as bad as that football team has been if they throw Fernando Mendoza right into it in week 1. That would surprise me. Hey, I read this. This year in the NFL, RJ, the NFL has games on Thanksgiving evening, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's Eve, and the Super Bowl is played on Valentine's Day?
Oh, they're taking all the holidays, ain't it?
That to me, first, if your significant other doesn't love sports, but she loves you, oh man, I don't know what to tell you. I just do not know. Is that true? Can we look that up? What's this guy's name on Twitter? Ari, is it Mirov? Do you know the guy I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
He's very popular. He's the one that came out with this. So I'm under the impression, nowadays you can't believe anything that not only do you read, but with what you see, with AI.
It's saying here that it's the Super Bowl is supposed to be played on the 8th.
Wasn't that last year's Super Bowl?
Wait. Yeah, that was last year's Super Bowl. Yes. Hold on.
Because it would be February of 2027.
So, yes, it's going to be played on Valentine's Day.
I just got to laugh. That is great. That is, and I can just see it right now. I can see it. And you can see it. This is going to be the final straw. They're doing this, and they're going to turn around and say, "See, we told you so." Let's add an 18th game. Let's play it all the way up until President's Day. When does President's Day fall? Do you have that? Is that the following Monday? So will that be the 22nd of February when that actually does fall?
President's Day 2027 is February 15th.
Ooh. Okay. So it's just a 1-year blemish. Anyway, good stuff there. That's not much of a story now, but trust me, it's going to be. And, just good luck. It won't faze me at all. My GF loves the game. All right. Some of your comments that are rolling in here are certainly outstanding. 9727 radio is going to be full with an influx of men only, family only law, add money with an NFL. There's no doubt it's going to happen. You can only fake it for so long, right? And, I've always been under the opinion that if you're with a lady and she doesn't like sports, but she likes you, that's going to wear off. She may still love you, whatever but sooner or later, the cream's going to rise to the top here. And when you start dropping Super Bowls on Valentine's Day. I mean, to me, this is absolutely hilarious. But I guarantee you, right here in Duval, and I can guarantee you all across the country, this is going to present a huge problem for a lot of relationships. Just remember, it's not involved. I'm reinventing the wheel here, but I'm telling you, you're going to hear about it. It's going to be absolutely out of this world. And frankly, I am kind of looking forward to it. All right, let's see here. Scotty Scheffler, let me double check his card. I have to believe the birdie was on 16, the par 5 16th for Scheffler, and now a par on 17. So he's got 18. Let's see how that's playing today compared to the other 17 holes. Let's look at course statistics. 18 today. Well, 0.264. Okay. We have seen only 10 birdies, 93 pars, 35 bogeys, and 5 double bogeys. So history tells us, or statistically, it does tell us that Scotty Scheffler look for a par here. And if that's the case, then you're going to end up having 7 different golfers who are going to head to the clubhouse at 3 under par. That is going to be just incredible to watch this tomorrow. Now, again, tomorrow morning, they're saying it's going to be like 47 degrees in Philadelphia. Okay? So that is really going to have an effect on these golfers in the morning. There's only a few still out on the course. Let's see, 31 golfers in red figures. I would say about 20 of those are 1 under par. And, you know, you've got several at -2. Reed, Lowry, Connors, Schauffele, Tagala, Daniel Brown. Again, -3. 2 holes to go for Alex Smalley. 1 hole to go for Scotty Scheffler. 5 other golfers in the clubhouse at 3 under par, including former PGA Championship winner Martin Keimer, Min-Woo Lee, Stefan Jaeger, Aldridge Potkeeter, and, of course, Rio Hisasane. So there you go. All 67s today. The par 70 playing 7,394 yards. That is the very latest. All right, as we let's head to this break. Let's do that. When I come back, let's take you through a few other rounds today of folks that, you know, I think you'd be very interested in. We haven't talked a lot today about Cameron Young. We haven't talked a lot today about Matt Fitzpatrick. Justin Thomas had it at -3. He's down to -1. Colin Morikawa's had the bad back. He played well today. Kind of take you through other things that have happened. Those who played well, those who did not, as we continue to move through the first round of the PGA Championship. And when we come back, hopefully, we'll officially have the Jaguars schedule.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts. Now, a PGA Championship update on 1010XL. Teed up by TopDressing.com and LiveForeverGolf.com.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 108th PGA Championship, sponsored by Charles Tyrrell, the British menswear brand that makes it easy for men to dress well. The last true birdie hole at Aronimink is the par 5 16th, and Scotty Scheffler put himself in ideal position.
4.5 feet for birdie, up the hill, just needs to play the proper pace and commit to the start line. For his 5th birdie of the day, Scotty Scheffler rolls it in on the 16th, and we have another co-leader. Scotty Scheffler is back on top at 3 under.
Amelia Duran the call. Scheffler back in that log jam up top at 3 under. If this holds, it would be his first time leading after the first round at a major. It's hard to believe since he's won 4 of them. Aldrich Potkeeter, Stephen Jaeger, Min-Woo Lee, Rio Hisasane, and Martin Keimer also 3 under. Patrick Reed finishes off the only bogey-free round of the day at 2 under 68. He's 1 off the lead. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Golf fans get 30% off everything at Charles Tyrrett. The renowned London menswear brand and a favourite of former world #1 English golfer Luke Donald, Charles Tyrrett is known for British craftsmanship, sharp tailoring and timeless style. From iconic dress shirts to refined polos and linen shirts, there's a perfect fit for work, spring occasions and everything in between. Now get 30% off everything with offer code LUKE30 online or in store. Charles Tyrrett, dress well.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now everything's on sale during our Memorial Day event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses for a limited time. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good night's sleep.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialists take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Memorial Day weekend is almost here. Time for road trips, family, and honoring those who served. Before you hit the road, make sure your vehicle is ready. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, there's no appointment needed. Just drive in, stay in your car, and in 15 minutes, you're back on the road. Fast, reliable service, backed by a 4.7-star national rating and named #1 Quick Lube for customer service by Forbes. Travel with confidence this Memorial Day. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Quick, easy, and ready when you are.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $5,000 per ounce, and silver is over $100 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold and silver for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents. Look no further, though, than I-9 Sports, covering Duval, St. John's, and Clay to get your youngster in the game. Summer and fall registration open right now for flag football, soccer, t-ball, and basketball, plus girls volleyball at UNF and Bishop Snyder. Fields and gyms all over the First Coast, including Fort Family Field. And the best thing is, I-9 Sports offers sports year-round, so kids can always find a sport to play. i9sports.com, enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Royal Pest Services, a local company you can trust. Royal Pest is a certified installer of tap insulation, which stands for thermal, acoustic, and pest control. Reduce that electric bill by adding pest protection. It's that easy. Online at royalpestservices.com.
I'm with Craig from Cycles of Jacksonville. Honda going off-road. They've got it all. Two-wheel, four-wheel. What's happening, my man?
Man, they've got the Talon. They got the Talon R. They've got the Talon Live Valve. If you're looking to do some farm work, they've got the Pioneer 700, Pioneer 1000. Legendary Honda reliability. Super fun. Dirt bikes, of course, always amazing. More podium finishes than any other company. Can't go wrong there.
And families love it when they go off-road with Honda. Check them out. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency. cyclesofjacksonville.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the Monahans' golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, we've talked an awful lot about the Jaguars schedule, the NFL schedule throughout the early portion of the program. Even just a couple of moments ago, we did just that. And it is now official. So let's go through it. Let's begin with the preseason. The Jaguars on August 15th at 4 o'clock will play a game in New Orleans. That's preseason matchup number 1. August 21st, they will be here at 7:30 at night against the Carolina Panthers. A week later, August 28th, They will play here against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 7:30 at night. Tampa Bay and Carolina are not on their regular season schedule, obviously. You would really hope that one of those two opponents comes here and practices at the Miller Electric Center the week of that game. That's very important. And, last year Jacksonville traveled out on the road. Hopefully they can come to the best facility in the NFL, the Miller Electric Center. Week 1, as we talked about now for quite some time, it is a 1 o'clock home opener against the Cleveland Browns. Week 2, they go to Denver for a 4:05 start. That is September 20th. September 27th, the New England Patriots come into town. That's a 1 p.m. start. Week 4, October 4th, at Cincinnati at 1 o'clock. Wow. These are some tasty games. Consecutive weeks in London, 9:30 a.m. out in Tottenham. It's Philly. A week later at Wembley, it's Houston. That is October 11th and 18th. The first thing that I was going to look for, and I did, and I'm happy, and you should be as well. The bye comes in after the 2 games in London. They will resume play here against the Indianapolis Colts. That's at 1 o'clock on November 1st. Short week, November 5th. Jacksonville at Baltimore. Thursday night football at 8 o'clock. Make that 8:15. Wow. Thursday night game. This I don't like. Okay? They have 3 consecutive road games. Now, you have 2 in a row in London, a bye week, then home with Indy. Then you get 3 straight on the road and 4 out of the next 5 on the road. This is not ideal. At Baltimore on Thursday night, November 5th. November 15th at Tennessee, 1 o'clock game. November 22nd at the New York Giants, 1 o'clock game. November 29th, home with Tennessee. I like this. That's a 4:05 game. Jaguars getting a ton of primetime games or individual games, if you want to look at those 9:30 a.m. games. I mean, nothing else is on NFL related. December 6th at Chicago. Cold. Man, it's going to be a cold, cold game blowing off the Lake Michigan. That's at 1 o'clock. Week 14 on December 14th, the Pittsburgh Steelers, Monday Night Football. My goodness, at 8:15. How sensational is that? Week 15, December 20th at Houston. Wow. Week 16, December 27th at Dallas. Sunday Night Football at 8:20. Week 17, Week 18, because of flex, they have not announced the dates yet, but it'll be a home game in Week 17 against the Washington Commanders. And then in Week 18, you wrap it up by going in the division to Indianapolis. So 2 9:30 games in London, 2 4:05 starts, one in Week 2 at Denver, one home here in Week 12 against divisional opponent Tennessee. Primetime games, 8:15 at night at Baltimore, Week 9, November 5th. Primetime game number 2, Monday Night Football, home here against Pittsburgh. That is on December 14th. And then finally, Week 16, December 27th, at Dallas, 8:20 at night. I like the fact that, Thanksgiving is Christmas is 2 days prior to that. So I'm assuming Christmas is on Friday the 25th. Again, they don't have days of the week here. They've got the week, 1 through 18 as far as the weeks, and the date of the game, but not the day that it actually does fall on. So December 27th, Sunday night, therefore Christmas on Friday. They leave on Saturday. I've always been big on that. I think it's, huge for families, particularly young families. You want to be home. The ideal situation would be to have a home game. That didn't work out that way. But it's not like you're leaving on Christmas Eve or you're leaving on Christmas. You're not. You're leaving the day after Christmas. Let's look at Thanksgiving as well. Let's see here. Thanksgiving. Yeah, I mean, you're on the road in New York / New Jersey, November 22nd, and then you're home on November 29th against Tennessee. So that's not an issue. Okay. I like 2 home games early. I love opening up with Cleveland. I mean, to me, that's a game you win. End of story. Then you're really going to find out an awful lot about this football team. I mean, 11th easiest schedule is what they tell us. Well, going to Denver, hosting New England, going to Cincinnati, then playing Philly and Houston and London doesn't sound too easy to me.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me?
Weeks 2 through 6, yeah. I mean, you're really going to know what the character is of this team.
Right. Then the bye into here at Baltimore at night. This I don't like. 3 consecutive road games and 4 out of 5. I guess you had to expect that with only 6 home games. At Baltimore, at Tennessee, at New York, that being the Giants, home with Tennessee, at Chicago. All right. That's a tough stretch. End of the year, Pittsburgh on Monday night, at Houston, at Dallas, home with Washington, at Indianapolis to wrap things up. There is your 2026 Jaguars schedule.
This Friday marks the debut.
Introducing The Lead with Hayes Carline and Ryan O'Halloran.
New conversations, new perspective.
4 to 6 on 1010XL.
The weather is heating up, and it's time to drop a line in the water. Gear up today at Green Acres Sporting Goods, Jacksonville's fishing headquarters. From Shimano and Penn Reels to Zoom baits and much more for saltwater and freshwater fishing. They've got everything you need to land the big one. And when your gear needs work, trust their expert rod and reel repair to keep you casting like new. Stop by Green Acres today or shop online at greenacresporting.com.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental. With light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
It's Gator passion on display when Patrick Young brings power forward intensity to the drill.
Patrick Young, a rip and a run.
Fast breaks and clutch shots with Dan and Jeff. Friday mornings at 8:30. Tipped off by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and Kuhn Flowers.
Firehouse Subs is adding a new heavy hitter to the roster. The Chicken and Cheddar Rancher. Grilled chicken, melted cheddar, crispy bacon stacked high with fresh toppings, creamy buttermilk ranch. The Chicken and Cheddar Rancher, only at Firehouse Subs.
Homeowners running out of space in your kitchen, closets bursting at the seams, or maybe your bathroom just feels outdated and cluttered. At Harvest Construction and Remodeling, custom cabinets are what they do best. Owner Scott spent years as the main cabinet installer for one of the region's largest big box retailers. As a family man growing his own business, he brings that experience directly to homeowners like you. They'll create beautiful storage solutions that improve look, feel, and function. Visit harvestrenovations.com.
License number CRC 1331012.
It's golfing season, man. When it comes to Live Forever Golf, it's Live Forever together forever with me. The fit's absolutely fantastic. So comfortable. And I say this coming from a guy who has been 40 years buying golf apparel. Everything from polos to shorts, belts, hats, any accessory. When you go to liveforevergolf.com, you're going to see the new drops. You're going to see the deals. You're going to see all the advantages. Join the liveforevergolf.com nation. Shop today at liveforevergolf.com.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payments, so they're getting nowhere. Hey, Prosser here, but here's what many homeowners don't realize. Using the equity in your home, you can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can pay off your credit card, your existing HELOC, your car loans, or get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved and saved over $1,500 a month. Here's the best part. With Loan Pronto, you can do it all from your phone. With zero out of pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com. See how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto, 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, letting you know that Hardball now offers web stores, so your employees can order their own branded gear, and you have more time for Wordle. Check it out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, things are almost complete in Philadelphia, out at the Newtown Square. And Aronimink, the lowest since 2008. Right now, the lowest first-round score since 2008. Scotty Scheffler does join 6 others at 3 under par heading towards the weekend. There's still one on the golf course, Alex Smalley. He's on 18 right now at 3 under. And I don't know. Looks like he's making his way to the green. I don't know if this is a birdie putt for him or if it's a par putt. I will, in fact, let you know. So several at 2 under, 1 under as well. Looks like there's 33 golfers who are under par. A whole bunch at even. It looks like the cut line tomorrow is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of +2 or +3. Okay, the Jaguars as well just released their schedule. And you know, I think there's no doubt when you look at it, I don't see a ton of easy outs, if that makes sense, right? I mean, I look at the division, and can this team go? Can you go 4-2? Can you go 5-1 within the division? Is that fair? I mean, Houston, those 2 games, that's going to be brutal. Tennessee, home and away, like Jacksonville. Indy, home and away, I really do. I like Jacksonville. At the New York Giants, absolutely. Who knows what's going to be going on with Dallas by week 18? Week 16. You just don't know. Washington at home. I mean, these are your easier games, but I want to tell you, man, road trips, going to Denver, going to Cincinnati, going to Baltimore at night, going to Houston, those 4 right there look very, very difficult. Again, I think Dallas will have no clue until it's game time. I like their chances at Tennessee and New York, but you also have to remember this. That comes in week 2 and 3 on the road, because you're at Baltimore on Thursday night, then you go to Tennessee and you go to New York. It never works out well, traditionally speaking, for any team who has to play 3 consecutive road games.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, Hacker, we knew the 2 9:30 a.m. games. We have a couple of 4:05 games, one on the road, one here. And how about 3 primetime games, Monday, Thursday, and Sunday.
Yeah, respect being given to the Jaguars for 3 primetime games. I love that. You know, this should not be shock for a lot of people. The initial reaction I've seen is, I've seen a lot of brutal talk and holy cow talk, except they were not saying cow about the schedule. We already knew who they were playing, and we knew where the games were taking place. All this is telling us when the games are taking place. And when you say it, Rick, when you say, all right, they're only going to have 6 games in Jacksonville out of 17, but then you actually see it, right? That's what really puts it into perspective for me. I mean, the fact is you play 2 of your first 3 at home, and then after week 3, you're not back at home until week 8. And then after week 8, you're only home 1 more time until week 14. I mean, that's insane. And now the stadium's under renovation. It is what it is. But you got to navigate a schedule where you have 11 games outside of your home city. It is not going to be easy.
No, the best part of the schedule is opening up with Cleveland.
Yeah.
Okay, that should be a happy Sunday, return to work on Monday. After that, it gets really scary. I mean, look at those 3 opponents that you have, and then you head off to London. We've already talked about how difficult those games are going to be. This is, I can't believe it's the 11th easiest schedule in the NFL.
The first 6, I don't know if there'd be a harder stretch than any team has. Denver, New England, Cincy, Philly, Houston in 5 consecutive weeks. All of those teams made the playoffs except for Cincinnati, who did not have Joe Burrow, or else they would have made the playoffs. You need to survive the first 6. Can you get to 3-3?
Yeah, and
that's the mindset for a Jaguar fan. Can you get to 3-3 going into the bye? And if you get to 3-3, I would take that right now.
And then you have a bye. Then it's the Indianapolis Colts, who haven't won here since Johnny Unitas was the quarterback.
Yeah.
And then this is scary to me. And I know you pointed it out. Right after that 2-week stretch of a bye and a home date, 4 of your next 5 are on the road, and you go to Baltimore at night. Tennessee and New York on paper look very winnable, but you know how the trends are when you get to 2 in a row on the road and 3 in a row on the road. I mean, bettors are going to go crazy picking the home team here because they're going to look at the fact that Jacksonville's now been on the road for 2 straight weeks, now been on the road for 3 straight weeks, and you do that, then you come back home against Tennessee, and you got to go back out to Chicago, which is a cold weather game.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say in the history of the NFL schedule, now granted it just moved to 17 a couple years ago, there's never been a team that had a 4 out of 5 stretch on the road and a 3 out of 4 stretch on the road. And the Jaguars have both of those, 2 separate streaks. They're going to have 4 out of 5 on the road, and then a completely different streak. They're going to have 3 out of 4 on the road.
Yeah, I mean, there's been, depending on who you're with here, there's been a whole heck of a lot of support for those 2 in London. You look at this schedule now, that really sticks out.
Yeah. Stadium is on. I mean, the way you have to rationalize it, the stadium of the future's coming.
Yeah.
That's why there's 2 home games over there. It is what it is. Come 2028, when we're sitting inside that cathedral, we'll be a lot happier.
Be worth it, then. It'll be a tough ticket this year in town.
It will be. Only 42,000, right?
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Okay. All right, you got this. What else?
Yeah, I got you coming up at 9 o'clock.
I'm looking forward to it.
Frank Frangie.
Does that mean I can't start drinking until after I talk? My God, man, I forgot about that.
Yeah, just wait till 9:15. But you, Frangie, Dempsey, Hicken, we're going to do an NFL schedule release show here on Hacker After Dark. Looking forward to it.
And then tomorrow, you and I are going to break down this schedule social media-wise. That should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you and I, 11:30 tomorrow. Looking forward to that. I'm gathering my thoughts as we speak, but I don't think I'm going to have them anywhere near 11-6 where I had them last year.
I had them at 10-7. I tell you what, I'm going to let you go first because they want point, counterpoint. I'm going to pick the opposite of you in every game. Because you know why? No one's going to remember what we said on May 16th or whatever the day is going to be about the show. But anyway, that'll be a lot of fun tomorrow.
Yeah, looking forward to it, Rick.
All right, have a good one. That's going to do it for us. Thank you. RJ Saunders, again, your show coming up Saturday at 11.
Saturday at 11.
We're going to have Brian Mahoney talking New York Knicks, and we'll have Rylan Stiles talking about the OKC Thunder as they await their opponents in the conference finals in both the East and the West, so make sure to be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, NBA off tonight. 2 big games coming up tomorrow night. Hockey, Canadians and Sabres, already 3-2 Buffalo through 20 minutes. Golden Knights and Ducks late night, and how about 6 golfers at 3 under par? The PGA Championship. Folks, I'm already excited about tomorrow's show. I am. I'm telling you, I am. He's R.J. Saunders. I'm Rick Ballou. Talking to you then.